senhora. Alô? Ok. Alô? Vambora. Call of Cthulhu, joguinho de terror. Inspirado no jogo do RPG de mesa Call of Cthulhu. E não vi nada do jogo, só eu vi assim um trailerzinho básico de como era e fiquei interessado. E aí tamo aqui, né? Então vamos. O brilho vai. Normal, porque eu sou meio cego. Beleza. Configurações, gráfico. Já tem opção de brilho. Jogo, legenda ativa, detecções. Já desativado. Som. Sobre sensibilidade da câmera, sempre bom aumentar. Vou aumentar, inverter não, vibração do controle ativo. Clicar. Só bora. Boston, 1924. Edward Peace, veterano da Primeira Guerra Mundial, afoga os traumas com álcool e remédios para dormir. Agora ele é detetive particular e não consegue encontrar um caso interessante para sair do marasmo. Não sei o que é isso. Peace precisa de um caso novo o quanto antes, senão vai perder a licença. Agência de investigação de Peace em Boston. Tem que apertar um botão para iniciar. A loucura seria uma misericórdia. Que os deuses se apidem de homem que na sua insensibilidade permanece são até alguma coisa que eu não vi porque eu não falo. Ok. X é botar alteração. Ai meu Deus, foi isso. Foi só fumaça. Aumentar a corrente. Preciso enxergar os itens para eu poder pegar. Agora apaga o lampião. Tá bom.
What a putrid offering.
Ai, mano, ele fica falando de um ouvido como se ele estivesse nas minhas costas falando aqui, velho. Nossa, que agonia.
Don't fight. You have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all this stuff.
Calma aí, tem coisa pra olhar.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Dono do bar que me contratou não gostou da maneira como eu encerrei o caso, mas os fora da lei não podem fazer muita coisa contra um detetive particular e tem provas contra ele.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Bichos. Nossa senhora, é uma árvore de talentos. Lá vamos nós. Sanidade. Trauma mental. Edward Pearson, veterano do primeiro ano. A gente já leu isso lá na tela de load. Ah, sanidade, está estável. Ele é um dos poucos sobreviventes do Batalhão Perdido, unidades norte-americanas que sofreram muitas baixas devido a ataques inimigos e aliados. Forçados a manter a posição por muitos dias, cercados por corpos dos colegas mortos, sem comida, sem suprimentos médicos, os soldados foram dados como perdidos pelo exército de seus países. Pierce ficou traumatizado. Ele toma remédio para dormir e bebidas alcoólicas para espantar os pesadelos que o atormentam. A agência de detetive particular contratada da agência de detetives Wentworth. Depois da Primeira Guerra Mundial, decidi morar em Boston porque aqui não falta trabalho pra gente como eu. São casos e mais casos sem graça: adultério, acerto de contas, aparições falsas. Sofá velho do escritório não é tão confortável quanto uma cama de verdade. Eu deveria jogar fora essas garrafas vazias, mas pelo menos esse lugar é meu, por enquanto. Pistas. Inventário. Isqueiro. Meu isqueiro antigo que mandei gravar em homenagem a 77 Divisão da Infantaria e aos mortos do Batalhão Perdido. Conhecimento. São os casos que eu acabei de ler. Não vou beber é rápido.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
Ele mesmo.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Eu tenho 8 pontos para atribuir aqui. Por quê? Eloquência. A persuasão representa a sua capacidade de influenciar os interlocutores com o poder do discurso. Melhorar essa habilidade aumenta suas chances de convencer ou manipular alguém em uma conversa. Ocultismo. O ocultismo representa os seus conhecimentos das ciências ocultas. Melhora essa habilidade, aumenta as chances de descobrir a utilidade e a origem de artefatos ocultos. Parece interessante. Nossa senhora. Vou aumentar minha força também, que força é bom ter. Medicina também. Nível 2. Bonzão, tá safe. Psicologia também, né? Porque... Ok, eu devia ter melhorado a visão. Investigação tá no 3, tá bom pra caralho já. Ah, tem como remover. Ok. Vou tirar daqui. Medicina eu vou deixar, da força eu vou tirar. Vou botar em psicologia. Vou tirar daqui. Vou botar aqui. Beleza. Confirmar.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Ah, uns casos besta aí.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
Exatamente,
They're
foi o
worth
que
not
falei.
losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll.
Ah,
Mr.
mano,
Pierce, do
aí...
you still...
Tô não. Encheu o saco.
I'm coming.
Coronavírus, cadê as massas? Ele parece o Sebastian do...
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Tomado seu cu.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to
Sou o
me,
melhor detetive, velho.
it means
Relaxa,
you're
confia em mim.
desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Examine a pintura, examine o arquivo de Hawkins, agência de investigação. Ah, como é que eu... Alô? O médico pode muito bem ficar repetindo que não precisa mais do meu remédio para manter as memórias afastadas. Só que eu sei que assim que parar, as memórias retornarão. Uma manhã qualquer eu provavelmente não acordarei. Apesar do tratamento, escuto vozes dos meus sonhos. Se chamam sonhos por causa disso, mas tudo bem. Só que elas são diferentes, desconhecidas. Parecem emergir de profundezas incognoscíveis. Esse nome muito doido aí que eu não sei pronunciar. Incognoscíveis e ancestrais. Que criaturas sem nome que me convoca. Uma estranha imagem pintada por Sarah Hawkins logo antes de sua morte trágica foi enviada por seu pai. Enviada ao pai dela pouco depois de sua morte. Ele está convencido que foi a filha a remetente. Ele me trouxe a pintura para que eu pudesse examinar. Steven Webster, o rico empresário, veio ao meu escritório. Ele quer que eu reabra o caso de Sarah Hawkins, batizada com o nome da filha dele, que morreu no incêndio com toda a família dela. Tenho que examinar os documentos que ele cumpriu e me inteirar sobre o caso. Certo.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Uma etiqueta de envio. Cadê meu óculos? Aqui. Uma etiqueta de envio, algumas partes estão ilegíveis, mas dá para entender uma parte do endereço, que é o ponto 36, Darkwater. O relatório policial diz que o incêndio começou na sala de jantar, tirou a vida de toda a família. A polícia concluiu que foi um incidente doméstico, o que, entanto, insiste na instabilidade psicológica da Sarah Hawkins. Por quê? Um recorte de jornal, um artigo sobre o casamento de Sarah e Charles Hawkins, um empresário da ilha de Darkwater. Eles levam uma vida reclusa com o único filho Simon.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
relatório policial sobre instabilidade psicológica. Tem alguma coisa errada com essa história. Onde Sarah Hawkins morava?
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Eu quero ver se eu tenho pé. Para pensar nisso agora.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Não lembro qual era o número do galpão.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Nossa.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Nossa, cara escroto, mano. Parta para Darkwater. Investigue Darkwater. O resto partir para Darkwater. Certamente encontrarei alguma coisa sobre Darkwater na minha estante.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Ilha de Darkwater começou a ser povoada no século XIV e ainda está repleta de memórias de suas tribos perdidas. Mas não se engane com o romantismo das evidências de crenças ingênuas e primitivas. Os deuses dessas tribos eram muito violentos. As paredes das cavernas, há muito abandonadas, ainda estão decoradas com uma criatura gigante. Era um deus do mar ou dos sonhos. Ninguém sabe, mas os habitantes de hoje, filhos e filhas de caçadores de baleia, ainda se lembram da misteriosa história dessa pequena ilha na costa de Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Não vou beber, beber é errado.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Eu me pergunto também. Só que eu não consigo dormir se eu não tomar o meu, então. Eu jurava que ele acabaria com meus pesadelos, mas já faz um tempo que não está mais fazendo efeitos. agência criado para residentes e jovens médicos. Para o primeiro volume da lista, todas as doenças conhecidas no mundo civilizado. E detalhes e sintomas de tratamento adequado.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader.
Então, ó. Peace aceitou o caso Hawkins. A artista maldita foi acusada de ter provocado incêndio que matou ela e sua família. A única pista é uma pintura perturbadora que ela deixou para o pai. Na etiqueta de remessa, um endereço: um galpão das docas da ilha de Darkwater. Parece um bom lugar para Peace começar sua investigação. Meu Deus, que já tá com um negócio. Uns ossos de baleia coisado. E a luz veio. What the fuck? Capítulo 2: Porto de Darkwater. Água escura. Começa a tocar a música dos Vingadores.
Almost there.
Não dá pra subir, cara. Piratas dos Caribes? Não sei o que é. O governo abandonou completamente a ilha, né? Porque tem barco lá, não sei se é a palavra. Atolado na folha. Atolado na folha.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Obrigado.
Please move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go? The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you...
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You
That's
can't
no
understand.
way to
You're
treat
not
an outlaw.
sailors.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sign.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful.
Brutal.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
Está o cara ficando espantado do bagulho. Entende? Porra, isso é uma bola.
I think we'll get along well.
Isso vai afetar seu destino, ok?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
A teoria dos BBB.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Descenteu. 21 de maio de 1847. Pescado milagroso. O Sila retorna ao porto para salvar Darkwater da fome. Agora. Já havia abandonado as esperanças, a tripulação de Sila, ou o que restou dela, retornou ao porto de Darkwater no fim da tarde da terça-feira. Os habitantes correram às docas imediatamente para dar boas-vindas ao último navio baleeiro da ilha. As pessoas ficaram maravilhadas com a captura inacreditável que o valente navio tinha a bordo, com um tamanho que superava as formidáveis baleias com dentes, o cetáceo, que já chamavam de pescado milagroso, cobria todo o convés com algumas partes suspensas para fora do navio. Os marinheiros sobreviventes fizeram um relato assustador da perigosa captura, mas também da sua carne de qualidade e os benefícios nutricionais incomparáveis. Também não havia dúvida que o tamanho imenso da baleia poderia alimentar vários habitantes de Darkwater, colocando um fim à fome com a qual a parte da ilha sofria. Aluga-se galpão. O Sr. Marx pretende alugar o galpão dele a partir de julho para atividades de pesca, oficina ou depósito. Você pode contatá-lo por meio do seu jornal favorito ou visitá-lo nas docas. O especial da baleia encalhada. Para celebrar o retorno dos nossos valentes baleeiros, a equipe do Baleia Encalhada convida todos para um evento de degustação fantástico e gratuito. Venha com sua família ou amigos para degustar o pescado maravilhoso. Cada pessoa levará uma garrafa de óleo, então não hesite.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Desculpe. Manda bem gosto, assim, não fala.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Capitão, os termos de nosso acordo são claros. Mantenha seus homens sob controle e você não pode se dar ao luxo de nos provocar. Não é necessário responder. Apenas dê o dinheiro ao mensageiro. Cat deve ser aquela mulher lá do...
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Sabe o que é que eu tô achando? Que nada disso aqui existe, tá ligado? Isso aqui tudo é uma cidade já abandonada e a gente tá dentro da ilusão do Cthulhu já. Já tô achando isso. Cthulhu não, o Cthulhu, mesma coisa.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Tá vendo?
What a macabre souvenir.
Realmente. ver tua perna.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Tá bom.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Apenas algumas datas ainda estão legíveis. 1890 e 1907. E uma data parcial. O resto do documento está encoberto. Quem estaria interessado na ocultação dessas informações?
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Calma aí, capitão. Daqui a pouco eu vou. Deixa eu aliviar o bar aqui. Ah, mano, eu não tenho um pé, velho. Sério, mano. Pelo menos eu tenho não.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Nossa senhora. Não tá quieto, não.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Isso aqui, que isso aqui eu provavelmente vou usar bastante. Aqui é um jogo com bastante diálogo. Salve, salve família. Suave na nave, tranquilidade na favela.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Só dar pulinho ali, velho, subir.
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
O cara reclamou que Dizem que eu tinha falado mal do trabalho dele, mano. Dizem que eu não tinha trabalhado direito. Ah, para, mano. É só. Tô querendo. Vale não, velho. Vou apanhar, velho.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Beleza, deu alguma merda no galpão. Opa,
You
boa
live
noite.
here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
É verdade, vamos lá bater nele.
That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Até, valeu, é nóis. Então. Cara, a situação aqui é meio precária, né? Coitado do povo, mano. Não? Tá bom.
There. Hello, old friend.
Ah, tem um isqueirinho, mano.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Nossa, é muito gostoso de se fazer. Ó, ó, ó. Você conhece o fogo? Desculpa.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
You again? I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Beleza. Bora.
Stupid idiots.
Como? Eu vou entrar. Falar com o capitão de novo.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type. You're back again. What can I do for you?
Onde é que fica os túneis?
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Beleza. Vamos atrás dos túneis. Ah.
This tunnel goes under the warehouses.
Beleza. Tocar fogo.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Ah, que previsível.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. A ratchet device. Exactly what I need. This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Easy, clã. Easy mais. Nem parece que eu demorei 48 minutos pra descobrir como chegar aqui. Nossa, ainda falta coisa. Ai. Ah, não é? O que é que tá faltando? Acho que tá faltando uma engrenagem. Mas, na moral, eu sou cego ou o quê? É início do jogo, mano. Era pra eu tá indo de boa, tá ligado? Valeu. Ah, vai estar aqui, ó. Ah, muito
It should be
bom.
possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Só muito bom, só muito bom.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Bora. Ah, levinho, mano. Foi fácil. Achei isso. Nossa senhora, o verde que tá aqui embaixo.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Nossa, já tá alucinando. E se é fumaça de óleo, essa porra devia explodir, né? Isqueiro aqui na mão. Nossa, sai daqui, mano. Coitado do cara. Agent P. Ai meu Deus. Ai meu Deus. Ah, tá no início do jogo, né?
This is primitive.
Eu que tô enrolando, investigando muito.
Ugh, this place stinks.
Ai, chupa
What is the
quente.
connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Nossa, tô cego.
What happened here? Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like... It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Ceguinho.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Wound up? You mean messed up?
Dog. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage, or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Really?
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Mano, por que da música assustadora? Tá ligado? Tipo... E nada. Jardim da Mansão Hawkins. Pierce conseguiu entrar no galpão. O lugar, ainda que abandonado, revelou algumas surpresas. Sinais de ocupação recente, além de uma pintura parcialmente queimada. Após ter sua busca interrompida pelo policial Bradley, Pierce o convence a ajudar na investigação. O policial oferece uma carona ao detetive até a Mansão Hawkins. Capítulo 3. Jardim da Mansão Hawkins. Espero que eu vou fazer só mais esse capítulo, vou dormir que eu tô com dor de cabeça já. Mas o jogo é bem interessante, né? O bagulho é envolvente, você se sente como se tivesse que investigar tudo mesmo. É bem legal. Tô achando legal. Ah, ele é o Coringa. Por que é um cara ofegante? Pô, gente, eu não acerto chave assim nunca na vida.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Nossa, isso vai dar um trampo investigar isso tudo.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Nossa, você quer que eu ruxe o bagulho? Deixa eu ler.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
$1693. This house is much older than it seems, but the architecture seems too recent. The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
Poor kid.
What kind of deranged individual
Poor kid.
would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
meio cartunista, mas é bem bonito o jogo. Algumas coisas não tem muito detalhe, como o rosto dos personagens aleatórios e os NPC que aparecem na rua. Mas é bem detalhado as coisas. Questão de cenário e investigação.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Nossa, não me diz, né? Porque sempre tem uma cadeira afastada.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then, just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Essa é a casa dele.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Agora o policial disse que vinha pra acalmar o cara e
Pierce,
não veio.
shall we enter?
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
Era pra tu ter
You're
me
right.
ajudado.
Let's go.
Você é troll.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Tem uma sombra ali na direita. Mansão Hawkins. Pierce e o policial Bradley exploram os jardins da mansão Hawkins. A família jaz no cemitério da propriedade, guardada por Silas Winchester, o velho caseiro ainda fiel aos empregadores. Vigia o local com um machado em riste. Pierce e Bradley conseguiram acalmá-lo e finalmente obter a chave da mansão Hawkins. Os dois adentraram a construção em busca da cena do incêndio.
Follow me. I know the place.
Follow me. I know the way.
Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Açaí de novo.
This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Porra, é essa?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door. Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way. They seem happy, but Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a... Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Charles Hawkins pousa como um verdadeiro aventureiro em frente a ruínas exóticas. É conhecimento de todos que ele gastou uma fortuna em viagens caras. O que ele buscava? Ruínas exóticas é foda, né? É só as pirâmides daí.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Deixa eu passar alguma coisa? Alô?
Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Muito alto, velho. A cidade submersa enquanto investigava o galpão de Hawkins. Peace entrou num túnel meio submerso que corria sobre as docas. Ali, alguma coisa agarrou-lhe o braço e ele tentou arrastá-lo para baixo da água. Enquanto tentava não se afogar, o detetive teve vislumbres de corpos de animais e pessoas, além de uma cidade submersa. Peace conseguiu voltar à superfície, onde descobriu que, em vez de tentáculos, era água marinha enrolada no braço dele. Mesmo assim, a visão o perturbou com sua clareza e violência.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Coleção de conhecimentos médicos, práticas de saúde do século XVIII, na verdade, abrange apenas os países ignorados como civilizados. Ela não trata a influência da medicina holística ou medicina de continentes considerados inferiores.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Então, Charles sobreviveu.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
Foi isso? Você desligou? Nossa, tem limite.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. This door is blocked from the outside.
The
crowbar could prove useful. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Gente rica é foda, viu? Ah, vou manter piano de cauda pra decoração. Pô, mas meses aí, eu acho que de aranha desse tamanho, acho que... Sei lá, não sei se você...
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Tratado preciso e muito detalhado sobre as particularidades do corpo humano em comparação ao mundo animal. A simplicidade da escrita e vulgaridade do vocabulário tornam a obra acessível aos leigos.
There's something disturbing about this painting. There's something disturbing about this painting. 20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep. Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead. daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Caro senhor, como sabe, sempre tive grande respeito por você e sua família. Infelizmente, não mais posso continuar a ignorar o comportamento da sua esposa. Na semana passada, ela aterrorizou minha clientela mais uma vez. Sei que ela não faz por mal, mas você deveria colocar aos cuidados do Dr. Fuller. Ele parece capaz de fazê-la recuperar o juízo. Caso tais perturbações voltem a ocorrer, apesar de ser-me uma tortura, não se engane, serei obrigado a envolver a polícia. Respeitosamente, Anton Willard. Quem é o Anton Willard? Agora fica a pergunta. Para, caceta.
Locked.
Porra de zoada foi essa?
The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Diário pessoal do Simon. Ele parecia preocupado com a mãe e os ataques dela. Também sugere uma crescente tensão entre o casal Hawkins. Será que o incêndio é resultado de uma briga?
What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated, resorting to such a treatment.
Barbitúricos agem como depressor do sistema nervoso e quando começam a usá-los nunca mais vivem sem. Falo por experiência. Parece mais uma galeria de horrores do que estudos anatômicos. Será que representava o que assombrava as noites dela? Será que quanto mais eu leio, mais eu vou pegando pontos disso aqui? Acho que é isso.
This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give. This door is locked. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
Como é que eu abro o inventário? Ah.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Abre.
It's no
a
use.
chave,
The
mano.
padlock won't give.
Olha aqui a chave. Faz sentido. Vai dar no mesmo lugar. Ok.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Ok. Agora eu bastante dinheiro.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
Minha cara Sarah, desde que fui embora para enterrar você nessa ilha perdida, sua arte tem atraído mais e mais colecionadores. Peças que envia algumas obras novas. As últimas tão sombrias e estranhas como ouventes como nenhum outro quadro estão sendo vendidas a preço elevado. Ok, direto, né? Assim, você tem um estilo macabro de arte. Em anexo, seu quilhão das vendas mais recentes. Não esqueça do seu amigo, primeiro a reconhecer sua personalidade e exibi-la ao mundo. Afetuosamente, Maximilian. L. Tá trancado pelo outro lado.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
It brought us together, and forever it will be ours. Palavras de amor e apoio. Hello.
The door is blocked on the other side. Bradley? Is that you?
Ok, começou.
Is anyone
Hello?
there?
Sou eu? Porra, foi essa?
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
Verdade, eu chequei ela.
Where did he go? They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. It looks like an old seaway map.
Alguém adicionou coordenadas a essa velha carta náutica. Elas formam uma jornada.
Do you really think that your fugitive...
Why are these letters here, and not with Sarah Hawkins' belongings?
As cartas foram abertas, mas claramente não deixaram o escritório de Charles Hawkins. Elas estavam amarradas juntas por um laço, verdadeiramente... Ah, me perdi. Atado. Por que será que Hawkins interceptou as cartas da esposa?
I don't see any way out.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
As fotografias, Charlie Hawkins e o Capitão Fitzroy posam com um terceiro homem. Eles pareciam próximos.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Meio óbvio esse mecanismo. Ok, calma aí.
Seems like this came from a log.
42 norte, 700. 42 norte, 700. Nossa, muita coisa.
There must be a link with the Seaway map. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Uhum. 42.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't work. Looks like the navigational paths
Calma aí,
described
agora
in
é
the
só
log.
2 horas aqui. Trinta e sete, 8, 41, 43, 51, 64. Deixa eu ver, tá a altura de quanto esse negócio? Tá no 30. Então, tem que achar um.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
33, 31, 28, 34, 30 e 1,79 oeste. 50, 120, 105, 90, 75. Aqui? Não. Ok.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Domingo 47.500. 49, 57, 33, 53, ó. Derrotamos o Orfeu, retornamos com porões vazios. A Scylla e Hamilton são as únicas memórias. Pegamos a criatura, é a baleia mais grotesca que já vi, ficará na memória como a maior pesca de todas. Os homens morreram, mas alcançamos agora, esse dia será celebrado por anos. 33, 53. Três, 53, 33.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Agora foi que fudeu.
Doesn't work. I must have missed. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Fica entre o 40 e o 50, entre o 75 e o 60. Entre o... Cadê? 40, 50, entre os 75 e os 60. Não?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Não.
Doesn't work. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
É Wednesday, tá ali, ó, marcado Wednesday. Que é o 33, 53, ó. 33 ao norte, cadê? 33 ao norte, 33, 53 ao oeste.
Looks like it worked.
Well done, Pierce.
Capítulo 4. Túneis sobre a mansão Hawkins. Dentro da mansão Hawkins, a cena do incêndio revelou alguns seus segredos. Peace e o policial Bradley, agora no rastro de um sobrevivente, passaram a revistar o local em busca de provas, quando um homem encapuzado entra de supetão no ateliê de Sarah Hawkins para roubar uma pintura, e o detetive e o policial partem atrás dele. Ao segui-lo até o escritório de Charlie Hawkins, descobrem uma passagem secreta. Peace e Bradley entram no túnel sobre a mansão. E eu vou parar aqui, porque já tá tarde para um grande caralho. E eu tô gostando. É isso.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten...
É isso.